What's up, guys? Fully Stream here, and the version 5.10 has finally been released. Now, you can't currently play the game right now. It's currently going under the patch, so the servers are down. However, Epic decided to release the patch notes about 30 minutes ago. I wanted to go over that with you guys for the first time, and I'll be looking at this for the first time. Let's see the changes. So, right off the bat, we've got new Canny Valley biomes. Now, for the new players, this may not seem like a big deal because you guys just got the game, and like new Canny biomes, new maps is just like, oh, okay, well, nice. When for the OGs or the the players that had the game since it came out, this is very exciting because we had Stonewood biomes for a full year, like since the game came out, and we were just getting totally bored. Like, we pleaded and begged Epic to bring out new biomes. We like had conspiracies that Save the World would die out because Battle Royale was overshadowing it too much. Like, we eventually just gave up, we gave in, and then we just was like, you know what, whatever, man, we're just gonna continue to play the game, and if you guys bring out a new biomes or whatever, and if I find another game, whatever. But you know what, a lot of us stuck with Save the World, and it looks like that they are finally looking up to our expectations. They're doing a lot more new changes, a lot more changes that benefit the players, and this is great. So now we've got new Canny Valley biomes, and this is going to be amazing. Like, finally we got something new, something more to do. Let's continue on with what they say here. They say these new quests continue the storyline into Canny Valley and will appear on the quest map. All players with access to Canny Valley and Twine Peaks will be able to complete this new storyline. So what this means is, if players that are already in Twine Peaks, that already finished the Canny Valley quest, quote unquote quest, some of you will know what I mean by that, we are still able to go into Canny Valley and do the new quest that's coming out. Next up, we've got Storm Shield Defense and Launch the Rocket quests are unchanged and are still required to unlock new difficulties within Canny Valley. You can now advance directly from one Storm Shield defense to the next without doing every story quest in between. Now, this sounds amazing. If it is what I think it is, that would mean that you no longer have to do missions in order to do another Storm Shield, which means, like, if you wanted to, if you were daring enough as a new player or as someone that just got into a new tier, you can continue to do all the Storm Shield defenses right there and then. Like, you no longer have to do one and then do like 10 missions, 10 story quest missions, and then do SSD 2 and same old, and then SSD 3. Now it sounds like you can just do SSD 1, complete the mission, go back into your home base, and then do SSD 2, and so on until you're satisfied or until you finish with all the SSDs. So this sounds amazing. Hopefully it is exactly what I'm thinking, and if it is, just wow, Epic, just great. Okay, moving on to the next. The storyline includes new quests that ask you to complete the old Storm Shield Defense quest. These will give retroactive credit if the Storm Shield Defense has already been completed. What that means is, if you already completed the Storm Shield Defense, you will get rewarded for doing that. That's what they are saying here. Old Canny Valley quests are still present and have been converted into a series of optional side quests. Now, here, like, what I'm looking at right now sounds crazy. Now, for the people that do not know where I'm reading from the official post from Epic. I'll leave a link in the description, sending you to the official patch notes. Right now, what I'm looking at right here, it says dupe prevention added to all llamas. Holy, okay, I'm gonna try to hold in these cuss words. Okay, so guys, what this means is that, you know, okay, so RNG, yes. However, it becomes less RNG the more you open llamas. Now, it was not confirmed by Epic. If you open 10 llamas or more than one llama at a time, it is not confirmed by Epic that you will get different weapons or different heroes. So, as a warning, what you want to do is you want to open one llama at a time. The reason being is because opening 10 llamas at a time may not register what you have until you're done completing all the llamas. I don't know if I'm making sense here. So, for instance, if you open one llama and then you get whatever you get, and then you open the next llama, now the game has registered whatever you got from your first opening. And then it's going to, how can I put it, subtract whatever you got from that llama into your new llama, so you don't get that the weapon or the hero again. Now, if you were to open, now it's not confirmed, so I'm just telling you to open one llama at a time, just as a warning, just in case. I mean, you don't want to be one of those people that opened up 10 llamas at a time and then you got like 10 Terminators. It's happened before. Like, trust me, this has happened before to many players. Just like striker ACs, just like 5 in a row. So you don't want that to happen to you. I'm not saying that it will, but just to save yourself that disappointment, open one llama at a time. I don't know if they mention it here. No, do prevention. Okay, so no, it looks like they don't. You guys want to save your tickets, save your road trip tickets for the birthday llamas. Now, what I mean here is if you bought a founders pack, right? Instead of free codes, you used to be able to get free codes with the packs that you got. However, there were lots of hacks going on, and Epic took those codes out and replaced it with Troll Stash, which grants you a lot of road trip tickets. You definitely want to take advantage of that, and you want to save it for the birthday llamas, not the road trip llamas. If you're wondering what's in these birthday llamas, the birthday llamas contain not every, but majority of the weapons and heroes that from events that has already passed. So if you're wondering, oh my god, I can get the Gravedigger now, no, unfortunately, that is one of the weapons that is not included in this llama. However, we're coming very close to October again, which is around the event of the Gravedigger, so not to worry. Just there's tons of other weapons out there that will definitely satisfy you. Okay, so let's move on. Quest progression changes for Twine Peaks. Okay, you can now advance directly from one. Okay, so it looks like it's going to say the same thing here. It's telling us again that you can progress from one storm shield to the next. You no longer have to do the quest. It's also for Twine and not only Canny. Okay. New quests have been inserted into Twine Peaks main quest line that require completion of Storm Shield defense and give retroactive credit. So same thing as Canny. If you already did the Storm Shield, you're gonna get rewarded for it. Okay. Moving on. Missions in Canny Valley and Twine Peaks have new required power ratings. Wow. Okay. Let's see what they're talking about here. Required home-based power recommendation. Mission power. Okay. So required home. Okay, so it gives a chart here. It looks like mission power, required home-based power. So what they're saying here, it gives a chart. You could check it out in the description here. It's telling you that you can no longer be taxied. Now, a lot of people were abusing this. What I mean by this is they were ruining the player experience by bringing like level 10s into Twine, into like level 100 Twine missions. That was not acceptable, and it's been like this for a long time. And okay, so the problem is not taxiing. Like, taxiing is alright. It's the fact that people are doing it in public games. Now, if you did it in a private session, I mean, who cares? It's not like we're gonna see you. I mean, you do whatever you want to do and spend like 10 years trying to break one rock, because first of all, you have to upgrade your pickaxe in order to have in order to like not have any trouble breaking anything and the respective tier. So if you want to do that, that's fine, but as long as you don't do it in a public game. So however, the problem was that like Twine players, Canyon Valley players, like whatever, were bringing lower level players from Stonewood or just low players in general into higher level missions, and that was definitely ruining the player experience. So I'm really happy with this. It doesn't seem like you're going to be able to do that anymore, and that's great. Like, don't get me wrong here. Like, I understand, like, you guys, like, especially the new players, may be struggling, but you know, it's just time. Like, when you experience the game, when you get okay, so right now is the best time to play this game, because 1, the birthday llamas, 2, the duplicates are no longer a thing. So you're gonna get the weapon that you're trying to quote unquote trade from the chat. Like, whatever weapon you wanted, you're definitely gonna have a higher chance of getting whatever you set your eyes onto, whatever you're trying to get in the trap. So definitely play the game more. You know, being on a rush to get to Twine, like, that just ruins your experience. Like, I'm telling you from experience myself, like, meeting new friends and all these tiers, working your butt off, like, not really working your butt off, like sweating tears, however, but like, you have to spend a lot of time in the game in order to see some progression. I mean, like, the amount of time it took me to get like from player level 20 to 30. I mean, well, when you hit 40, that's when it really starts to slow down. That's when the real grind comes, and then you gotta wait for the super people, llama, etc. All right, I digress here. Okay, so moving on. Heroes. Okay, Birthday Brigade Ramirez. If you don't know who she looks like, Epic advertised her in their last week's update with Ramirez holding Cake, as well as Husky Husk holding Cake behind her. So that's definitely going to be very interesting to see. I mean, it's all about cosmetics to me, so, you know, definitely something new to look at. It would definitely be fun. New Mythic Constructor. Now, I'm nuts over this because, like, I'm a constructor man, so anything constructor related, I'm all game for, no matter what. So, Still Wool has been added to Act 1 Canyon Valley questline. Okay? New subclass, Kinetic Beats, Still Wool Singer that uses hardware to drop kinetic beats. I have no idea what the heck they're talking about here. However, this sounds super interesting. Like a new perk. I'm very excited to see what that looks like exactly. New perk software, increase hardware heavy attack energy efficiency by 150%. If you do not know what that means, efficiency is how many times you can use your heavy attack, your heavy melee attack, before you have to wait for your energy to go back up. So with some heroes like the ninjas, you're able to use 150 efficiency with heavy attacks, and you're able to do it a lot often. As to where if you didn't have that perk, you'd only be able to do it 2 times because it takes 50 energy, and then you'd have to wait for it to recharge. I mean, I'm not a big fan of using heavy attack moves, but hey, if you're able to a lot more, why not? Go ahead and abuse it since you have that perk. Lightweight increases hardware attack speed by 24%. Okay, so weapons like the hammer that was in the event store, definitely very useful here. You can definitely take advantage of this perk since that hammer has very slow attack speed. Maximum overload increases damage of kinetic overload by 110%. Now this sounds very powerful. Uh, uh, if you're able to, if you like using hardware weapons with constructors, this will definitely work out for you. Urban Assault Sledgehammer Soldier is available in the event store. So what this means is that when the servers come back online, the Urban Assault, oh wait, hold up a second, available July 25th. Okay, so that means that she will be, oh, I just assumed this gender. It didn't say if it was a she. Okay, so this Assault Sledgehammer character will be available in the event store tomorrow, July 25th, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Collision has been removed from Plasma Pulse for other players. I have no idea what they're talking about here. I rarely use Plasma Pulse. It's just not as good as it used to be. It used to be very powerful. On the side of like not that useful. I mean, it's not as mobile as like simply throwing a grenade to clear out a couple ads. I'm just not a big fan of it. But hey, like this seems like a change that could benefit players in some way, so I'm all game for that. Change wording and hammer specific abilities from blunt to hammer. Alright, the following heroes can now be recycled or collected and consume inventory space. Okay, what are they talking about here? To new players, you probably don't understand this. Sometimes, no, all the time in the event, we would get heroes inside the event store. Now, if you were to purchase these heroes with gold and you dumped all of your XP, you dumped your rain, whatever, you would not be able to recycle that hero. You would be locked. That hero will be locked in your inventory and there will be nothing to do about it. So that means like if you, for instance, right now, the most recent hero that was in the store was Mythic Ken. So let's just say, for example, oh wait, hold on a second. No, Ken was not an event hero, so scratch that. If it was someone else, like Raven, Mythic Raven, which was in the previous event, if you got him and you dumped all your XP and other resources, and you found something better after that, and you wanted to get some XP back in order to put that XP into whatever new hero that you are now playing, you wouldn't be able to dismantle Raven. He would be locked in your inventory. You wouldn't be able to do anything about that. You'd have to spend some more time in missions farming, and God forbid there wasn't a 4 times hero XP group mission. You would be there forever farming. It seems like now you can recycle the event heroes, so that's definitely very useful. Note that all players will receive 25 free inventory space as a free birthday gift. So this is amazing. Inventory space is always a welcome change, or welcome added new addition, because there's always new things coming out. Like no matter what, Epic is always throwing new weapons and heroes at us. So it's fine with me. Bug fixes. Okay. It seems like this bug fix is mostly concerning tooltips. If you don't understand what tooltip means, a tooltip is the description under a hero's abilities. So for example, if you're viewing anybody that you are interested in and you want to know what they do, the information that you see under their abilities is what a tooltip is. So right here for the bug fixes, Epic is saying that they've adjusted or put into more information into the hero's abilities description. So we're gonna skip that because it's pretty much the same. It's just that they added the description to clarify what exactly the ability would do. So we don't need to know anything about that. Enemies. Now this is definitely something very informative. New Zapper Husk enemy added. Now for the new players, you're probably just gonna think, well, alright, cool. I mean, I guess. But for the players that's been playing this game for a while, players that basically breathe this game, for the past couple of months. Like, a new enemy type is definitely always a welcome change. It definitely brings a different atmosphere to the sessions that we cut and dry would play. What I mean by that is just like, we get into missions, we know what we're doing. It's just like, yeah, whatever. We start up a mission, we complete it, and that's it. Like, it's not really as engaging. It's becoming less engaging. However, with the new Canny Valley biome and a new enemy type, this is definitely very fun. The Zapper will be able to spawn as an elemental type. If you don't know what that means, sometimes there will be elements like nature, water, and fire. And Epic is saying that the new Zapper Husk will be able to spawn as an elemental husk as well. So, okay, that's going to be interesting. Weapons plus items. Okay, so be sure to check the store daily. You never know what may rotate in. Now, I can't stress this enough to you. It's very important that you take care of the right side of the event store and save the items and the left side of the event store afterwards. So the reason for this is because you only have 7 days to get whatever new event item that they throw into the right side of the store, as to where you may have a few weeks for the event that's out on the left side. So definitely take care of that, because you never know when that weapon will be back. You're getting lucky now because this is a birthday event that's happening, and you're getting a lot of the items that normally you'd have to wait a very long time for. Like, for example, Horde Bash wasn't here. Horde Bash was only out one other time, and that was last year. So nearly a full year we had to wait for Horde Bash again. You don't want to miss out on a weapon and then find out that that same event that has that weapon that you wanted is going to be like back out a year from now. Like, you don't want to be that guy. All right. So the birthday llama will cost 1,000 tickets, unlike the road trip llamas that cost 500. So you definitely want to stock up. I'm not sure, it hasn't been confirmed if the Horde event is still going to be going on, and if it is, you can use that those store missions as a way to farm tickets. If not, you can also use the cakes that they have in the new sessions now. If you collect cakes, you get tickets as well, so it's definitely a welcome change. Any more ways to farm tickets as fast as possible is always a great thing. Many freebies and special offers will appear in the loot tab for the duration of the birthday event. So freebies such as llamas, like we recently today, I believe we got a, I don't know if I could pronounce this correctly, I may be butchering it, but it's Smogbrog, whatever that llama is. Free stuff like that. Normally that llama is not free, however Epic were very kind and they gave us a free llama. So for the new people that's playing this game, that's definitely something that you want to knock out once the servers come back online, because then you can possibly get things that you don't already have, which is a great thing. Okay. Upgrade llamas are now limited to 50 quantity per day. I mean, I don't know anyone that buys these. You definitely do not want to buy upgrade llamas. If you're a new player, you want to save for super people llamas. Since that is the way you level up. You level up by inserting legendary people, legendary survivors into your survivor slots. Like, you're gonna start out as having blues and like, or in other words, rares and epics. However, you ultimately want legendary heroes into those slots, so you want to save your tickets. Sorry, you want to save your V-Bucks for super people llamas, which hasn't been seen in quite some time actually. We've reduced the amount of nuts and bolts and mineral powder used on a variety of traps. Okay, this is great. We can now use traps more often. Floor launchers, they now take less nuts and bolts and less rough ore. That's great. Rare crafting wait, what? Change from 5. Okay, that's an awesome change. So they changed from 5 nuts and bolts to 5 rough ore. That's that. Like, you could craft these a lot more often now, so that's great. Flame barrel has also been reduced from 9 to 7. Freeze traps has been reduced from 9 to 7 as well. Falling ceiling has also been reduced from 9 to 7. Planks, not nuts and bolts this time. Wall dynamo, 2 mineral powder, and 2 batteries. 2 mineral powder, 2 batteries. Okay, so that's great. Because like eventually you'll stock up on batteries and not know what to do with them. So hey, the more we have to use them, the better, just to get it out of our inventory. Campfires cost less. Healing pads cost less. Healing pads is, I don't personally use healing pads. I use campfires. However, if you're one of those people, you'd be happy to know that it now will cost you less resources. It says it's just two less. So, but hey, crafting receipts. Crafting recipe changed from 2 mineral powder at all rarities to 2 twine at all rarities. Okay, well, yeah, that sounds a lot better in my opinion. If you're one of those people that like to use that. No. Oh wait, hold on up a second. Healing pad handmade no longer costs nuts and bolts to craft. Reduce flowers from 6 to 4. Okay, so you can definitely use healing pads a lot more often. Campfires, which is something that I just finished saying that I like to use instead of healing pads. This may bring me over to healing pads. No longer costs nuts and bolts. I mean, as a new player, when you start out, you may find yourself scavenging for nuts and bolts. So this is definitely a cool thing. Range weapon reticle changes. Okay. Reticles now have a center point. So if you had trouble aiming, they've made it better for you to. They've adjusted it so you can now kill husks faster. So you won't have any issues with that. The following weapons can now be recycled. Okay, so these are the same thing as event heroes. These are event weapons that you can now recycle. So this is definitely a welcome change. Bug fixes adjusted the rocket from the tiny instrument of death to account for player movement and homing towards players' reticle more aggressively. So what this means is sometimes, if you don't know what the instrument of death is, it is a pistol-like weapon that fires a mini rocket, and it has tracking. You move your camera and the rocket tracks to wherever you move your camera. Sometimes it may not move as accurately. However, now they're saying that wherever you point it, it's gonna go. Like, it's guaranteed going to aggressively travel with your reticle, and wherever that lands, it should be at pinpoint where you last pointed your reticle, your aiming. I don't personally use that at all, but for those that do, I mean, that's definitely an awesome change. Gameplay. Gold reward doubled across all Horde reward tiers. Okay, so this definitely tells us that Horde is still going to be in the game, which is great. You can farm tickets that way, and they're also telling you that gold is going to be added, more gold is going to be added to your rewards. Perk combobulator resource rewards increase. This is awesome because it takes literally forever just to fully upgrade whatever weapon you desire. Like, for example, to recombobulate a perk, it will take 1,000, and that is actually a lot because not many missions give you a lot of those, and you'd be farming forever. But here they're saying that they're going to give you 50%. That is a lot. So hopefully for a lot of you players, you'll have a better time crafting these amazing weapons, crafting like these amazing damaged weapons, because I know you guys are going to be doing crit builds and damage builds, so on. Greatly reduced camera shake for airstrike gadget. and end world rift impacts. So the missiles that landed on the floor, uh, you notice that the screen shakes a lot. Like there's like a mini earthquake that happens. They're saying that is going to be less aggressive. Like it's not going to be as shaky. Um, remove the loot llama quest. Okay. Uh, added cosmetic items for battle royale to all founders packs. Okay, if you do not know what this is, if you're a guy, woman, whatever, if you're a person that plays battle royale, and you also have the founders pack, it doesn't matter what kind of addition that you have for the founders, you'll be able to use founders Ramirez and Jonesy in battle royale. So this is awesome. You can now show off to other players that don't have the founders pack in BR. I mean, let's be real, that's why you're going to be doing it. I mean, having something that someone else doesn't is always like one of the greatest pleasures of cosmetics, right? And it could also advertise. Like I feel like this is also a good thing for Epic as well, because now when players from Save the World go into BR with their skins that you can only get as a founder, it could attract more players into buying the founders pack. Regardless of what they what they want to use it for. It'll bring more attention to Save the World. So this is definitely great. I'm happy to see that this is coming together. It's crossing paths a little bit instead of being a separate game mode. So this is awesome. Got some bug fixes here, UI bug fixes that most of you probably didn't notice. Some more tooltip updates, which I explained earlier. It's the description. Art animation bug fixes. Fix an issue with certain areas not playing water visual effects. I didn't notice this, but maybe some of you have, so this is a great change. Audio. New ambient and combat music for Thunder Route 99. So expect some new audio, and this this is this is huge. This is a huge update, and I'm super excited. For you new players, you have so much to do. I mean, you have Stonewood, and then you've got your SSDs, and then you've got your Plankerton and Canny Valley and Twine, which is going to take you so long to get to. No matter how much you read this game, it's going to take you forever. Because as I said, you want to focus on those people llamas, and you only get one legendary survivor for every event, so that's going to take you a long time unless Epic is kind enough to throw you super people llamas left and right, and then you could get as many legendaries, possibly as many legendaries and mythic lead survivors, which is also endgame, which is something that you definitely need for endgame. So, good luck to you guys. You got a lot to do, as well as old players that are in Twin or Lake Candy. Like, we've got this new birthday thing going on. We're going to be farming tickets, especially, and it's just going to be great. I definitely cannot wait to play the Canny Valley quest, and I definitely cannot wait to spend my time exploring the new biomes in Canny. So, what do you guys think about this new update? How do you feel? What are you excited for? If you're gonna need help with the Candy Quest, like, let me know. Maybe even in the comments, we players can get together and make some teams together. Whatever, just leave it in the comments. Let's talk about this. I am super excited. The servers are currently still down. However, when that comes back up, I'm pretty sure all of us are just gonna pour in and have an amazing time. So, thanks for watching this, guys. Thanks for listening. For the new subs, thank you for subbing. If you have any suggestions for my later videos, I'll be happy to hear it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.